about $1 million, I ain't get it yet. Niggas cat, we be spending like a ceiling fan. On the block, get your mans, nigga had it. Toolie with me, I ain't lacking, and it's been no jack. Holding 30 in the clip, bitch, we in it. My little brother got a 50, try get busy, yeah. Ain't with the dissing, I'ma pull up, try get jiggy, yeah.
Alright, 3, 2, 1. What it do, what's good? Welcome back to another episode of PNC Podcast. I'm your host, Cam. And unfortunately, my co-host, Danny, couldn't be here. He's been feeling a little bit under the weather. So the show must go on, though. It's all good. I'm just going to be rocking dolo. But I do have a special guest with me today. Please introduce yourself.
What's up? My name is Keona. I am Cameron's sister, for everyone who did not know. A self-entrepreneur, self-made. You know, that's about it.
You been practicing that line?
Nothing too serious.
You been practicing that?
No. I am self-made.
Not talking about the way you said it. You sounded like you was at a job interview.
No. That's what I say when people talk about what you do. I'm a self-entrepreneur. I am.
You know what I'm saying? Because this has been like a long awaited interview. I've been supposed to get you on here like a couple
episodes that's ago. What I would tell people.
So it's like, I feel like you planned. You ain't planned it?
No.
Oh, all right.
That's you've never seen the business side of me. You always see the at-home sister, mom, cussing people outside, you know?
I didn't. Yeah, so like she said, she's my older sister. We have an older brother too, but a lot of people don't know that I have like other siblings because, yeah, I be to myself and stuff. So, how you feeling, man? How you feeling? I know we had a little bit of technical difficulties getting in this thing.
Today has been okay so far, you know. Started the morning off overwhelmed, but other than that, same different day.
Same different day. Cooling. All right, so so reflecting back on growing up together and stuff like that, how was it? Like your point of view of like growing up in the same household or like knowing me, like
we all had a great childhood. Mm-hmm. No real bad memories.
Like
typical mom, daughter, brother getting in trouble type stuff, but nothing crazy. We got along. You pretty much like my son when mom had things to do or work or whatever. But other than that, we pretty much got along. We had no choice. Mama ain't play that. Mm-hmm. You know.
Remember, I was thinking about this too, like going into this conversation. Remember, like back in the day, like before you had Mari. That's my niece, by the way, Mari. Before you had Mari, we used to be like have these little picnics in your room or like in the living room, and we used to watch like Shrek. We used to
all the time.
And the picnics, we used to get like Lunchables from like Shoppers. And then
pizza or something. I can't remember everything.
Yeah, it would be like little something, and it would just be watching movies all day. That's all we do, either in your room or like in the living room or something like that. But yeah, you got any other like anything you can think of like memories, anything like that?
I mean, there's many. So there's a couple of them. Putting you on the bus every morning for school. Getting you dressed, us having dinner every day, us, you know, just chilling in the house. Mom always kept us doing stuff, especially you, because you were a little boy. So she had you older, you know, at 35 than when she had us. So she had to keep you busy. I mean, it was a lot of memories. Movies, we always had company over. We played the Wii. I mean, it was different stuff that we did that was fun. We got to experience everything a child would want to as kids. Especially from a single mother, that you know how hard that could be, but mom always made it happen. We never saw the bad side of it, so I mean, it's a lot of memories. One that I can pick one is the picnics, the eating in the room, the chilling, the music. You know, different. It's so many memories.
One.
Huh?
I'm surprised you bring up the other one you always say.
What? Well, you hit me in my head. Oh, hit mom in her head.
No, you. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you.
What you do?
The fork, remember?
Oh, abusive. I mean, like I said, it's many.
I'm surprised.
You said good memories. That ain't good.
Or any memories, anything. I said self-reflect on anything. It can be good or bad, like anything, bro.
I mean, it's a lot of memories.
You hear that.
You were like a little demon, a little bit, little bad little boy, but then you were smart. So it was like what's wrong with this boy? Either he good or he bad or he's smart. It was never like this is why he do that. So I mean, so many memories, but overall, we had a good childhood. It was good living, all of us living together.
Yeah, she was like a second mom. We was like real tight, real close. So as far as like, so like I said, we have an older brother. So like being a middle child, I know a lot of times like you see people talk about being a middle child, how like it could be pros, it could be cons, or whatever. It's always like, like how was it like the middle child? How is it being the middle child? And then I'm gonna double it. How is it being a middle child? And how is it being the only girl?
Okay, so let's start with the cons then. The cons of being a middle child is because you're a female and your mom's a female, it was more female like energy in the household, arguments, disagreements, different things, but that's what I can only say is it was your typical mom-daughter argument. But a pro of it was because I was the only girl, so I was spoiled. I got what I wanted. I'm not spoiled rotten, because mom also taught us that we can get what we want, but also be good in school, be smart in school, get good grades in school, go to school. Don't be out here being fast, So she instilled in us a good thing. So the pro would be I was the only girl. I got what I wanted when I wanted it, because I was not bad or spoiled rotten. And then I was the middle girl. So, of course, it was me and Keith for a while before Cameron. So, she spoiled both of us. So, I was spoiled. It's not really so much of a con except the arguing. Mm-hmm. But that's typical. So...
yeah, woman in the household, yeah.
Yeah, woman and woman. At some point, the girl grows up and feel like, not that she's equal to her mother, but it's like, I can stand on my own 2 feet now. Now, what was just, what was said, what you do, like, you gonna feel like you can go back and forth with your mother, knowing damn well your mother knock all your teeth out your mouth. So it was one of them, but
that's typical though, like in the.
Yeah, it's typical mother-daughter argument when you feel like you, at some point, you a little grown and your mother's well over being grown, so it happens, but that's it.
All right, so that's all right, cool. All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm the baby of the group, so like it was definitely pros and cons to that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, as for the babies out there, the last borns, y'all know how it is. You get some things that the mom or dad didn't let slide, like when your older siblings were younger, they kind of let slide when you're young, when the baby is born. So it's just definitely some pros and cons, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, like she said, we had like a pretty good childhood. Like it was not like what you expect, like out of a yeah. So so I remember you mentioned. Well, I am saying this like I don't know this already, but you mentioned something about like being a single mother and stuff like that. So like take me through that, like how that's been like throughout your years. Like you can talk about like Mari and then Kai. Mari's my niece. Kai is my nephew.
Imari. So Imari is my daughter. She's 13. I had her at 19. Thinking, I'm grown. I work. I got my money. I'm good with everything. Thinking, how it is. I'm gonna be married and we gonna live together. That's what we thought. So when people choose recreational uses over your child, you have the choice of, do I want to live that life too? Or do I want to be a grown up and go with the things your mother instilled in you and be the best parent you can be, with or without him or that side? So I chose to be a parent. And was it easy? No, because my first child, you don't know what you're doing. You see other people, aunts, uncles, whatever, with their kids, and even my mom with us, but that's not you with your own. You can only see that, but when you living it yourself, it wasn't easy, but my mom was very, 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 very supportive. Never was negative, never made me feel like I couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? And she was always there to comfort me or to pick up the pieces if I couldn't, because I was at work. I had to work, to take care of my daughter. Then my daughter was diagnosed with autism at 3. I didn't know nothing about that. So my mom, being as though she worked in special ed, gave me the tools I needed to somewhat understand it. Even though we're still learning to this day, because she's only 13 and she's getting older. So, it wasn't easy, but it got easier as she got older and I became more understandable of her and, saving more money and making sure she got what she need. Fast forward 13 years later to my son, who's now 10 months. same kind of situation. I'm gonna get married, blah 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 blah. Good days, bad days, but at the end of the day, I chose to be a parent. You know what I'm saying? I can't say the same for other people, but for me, I chose to be a 100% parent. I chose to do what I'm supposed to do because that's me. You know what I'm saying? My mama did it for me. I'm going to do it for my kids. My son is very smart. So being a single parent is not easy at all. It's not the worst thing in the world. But at the same time, I was giving examples. My aunts with their kids and my mother with us. So, and my grandma. Like, I had examples around me. I ain't had no other choice but to be a parent. Because what? Deadbeat where? Never. So, it's not easy, but at the same time, it's not the worst. I make it do what it do for my kids with or without help. And that's just as real as I'm going to say that. That's as real as it gets.
So, like, how's co-parenting been?
Co-parenting. What is that? I do it all myself. Not to take credit from anyone because I have had help. I'm not going to say that the other parents haven't done anything. I would say I pull most of the weight when it could be split. I don't wait for other people to do what I know they're supposed to do and what they know they're supposed to do. I make it happen with or without you. I mentioned it one time, it don't happen, I'ma do it. That's just how I am. Co-parenting, with the first one, it's no co-parenting. Doesn't exist. 13 years by myself. My second one, I'm going to say it's touchy with that. I'm not going to say it's completely nothing, but most of the time, my kids are with me. Self-explanatory.
That's a fact. My uncle could vouch. Definitely. But yeah, that's just the realness of it. That's something that a lot of people probably don't want to talk about, don't want to address, but in the flesh, like she addressed it. It's the realness of it. That's how it be. Everything not peaches and cream, unicorns and rainbows. So she kept it real, kept it stacked. So that's really how it is. It's definitely any like single moms out there, even single dads out here that's watching this, is going to watch this video.
It's not just the moms, it's like, dads too. And y'all get props as well because it's hard. It's hard being a man and not knowing how to take care of a girl or taking care of a boy because you just a man. Like, you don't expect a man to know everything. So it's single dads too. I don't take that away from them. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but you kept it a stack, like how it really be sometimes when it's like you got to pull weight, like you said. Like my like definitely was like I want to say like the blueprint or like the perfect like model to show like anything can have, like anything is possible. Like you can still get it done. She raised 3, so it's like by herself. So it's like she can, like if she could do it, ain't nothing impossible. So it's like definitely. But you've been thugging it, bruh. Like you definitely
ain't got no choice.
You definitely been thugging it.
Karen wasn't playing that. She like deadbeat who? What?
Yeah.
Keona. I help you before anything. Don't even sweat it. That's exactly what it is. And it still stands. Even with her not being here, it still stands. You know what I'm saying? She still had our backs to the very end. So it's only right that I live by what she taught me, what she said. I can never go against my mother on that, ever. Ever.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just what it is.
It's kind of good. Like, it's I feel like it's touching back on like the sibling thing. I feel like it's good like that we actually like have a sister. And you're in the middle, so it's not like you're the baby sister. Even if you was the older sister, like still, it's like it's different. Cause I know I'm gonna have Keith on here, and then we'll probably have like a touchback on the sibling thing.
Yeah.
But like him, I'm gonna ask him how it is being the older, stuff like that. Cause we've experienced like the same Keona, but different for like different amounts of times. Mm-hmm. So it's like I can like look up to see what you've like done as far as like being a mother and still, like you said, being an entrepreneur and stuff like that. And then Keith, even though he's the oldest, he could probably look up to some of the things you've done as well. Because neither one of us have me and Keith, neither one of us have kids. Because I don't really plan on having it anytime soon. But still, like,
so you say.
Nah,
wait on it though. Don't please.
Yeah, not no time
yourself.
soon. Yeah. I'm enjoying my 20s right now. But like, yeah, I mean, at least I know I've seen, you, mom, and like you said, our aunts and other family members, like, do it, being a parent in general. So it's like, it's not like I'm like completely like not tuned in. I'm tuned in, so it's like I'm aware.
You'll never know the real experience until you really have a kid. I'm not saying people will end up as a single parent or whatever the case may be. Your story may not be my story. I'm just telling you that's my story. So therefore, you may go out here and meet the love of your life and never experience nothing that I just said. Prayerfully, I hope that goes that way for you, because taking care of not one but two pretty much alone, and and the other parents are capable, and one just don't exist at all. Like, it's tough, especially not having my support system anymore, which is mom. We got family and stuff like that, but my main go-to for everything, advice, whatever, is mom. So not having that, and then still having to live life and still be that parent that she taught you to be, it's tough. But I mean, I don't wish single parenthood on nobody. Even couples that are married, you still gonna have a time where you're alone with the kid and you gotta figure it out. So it's for any parent, for real. But I don't wish single parenthood on no one. Not at all. The babies are a blessing, but it's other stuff to it.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it makes you mentally strong.
It can make you mentally strong or mentally break you. It can make you happy and more independent or bitter. I've been all those things. Not even gonna lie, I've been all those things because I'm such a good person. I don't ask so much. So if I'm asking you to do the bare minimum, do the bare minimum, then some. I don't understand certain things, and I never will, because that's not me. So, right now I'm just kind of like a overwhelmed type feeling. That's it.
Feel that. So, is there anything that, like, during your process, since you were like 19 and up to your age you are now, like, is there anything like you would change?
I would change thinking that you were in love at a young age. I would change thinking that I was ready for a baby. I would change that part of it. I would wait. And that's not to say that the people who I chose to have kids with are bad guys, because I'm not perfect. I'm not saying they're bad at all. They're not. And they wasn't. My thing is, I probably would have waited until I got a little bit more established and possibly met the love of my life, or possibly met somebody that I felt could match me or elevate me, and I would have felt more secure, you know what I'm saying? So other than that, I wouldn't change anything, because it's all learning lessons for me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have did it. It's just that simple.
So you believe everything happened for a reason? Like, things were supposed to be not.
I don't believe everything happened for reasons. I believe some things happen, whether it's negative or good, because the person choose to do so or not to do. I don't believe everything happens for reasons. I don't.
Okay, that's fair. So, like, what advice would you give to, like, a single? It could be a single. I'm just say single parent, young, old, like anything. I'm just say that. Like, what advice would you give them? From
advice I would give you based off what I've been through.
Yeah, I guess any lesson that you've learned, something that taught you, like, a certain, I think.
I would say mentally, stay strong. Mentally, look at the brighter picture of everything that you're going through now. Your kids not going to be babies forever. They're not going to be little and so dependent forever. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to rely on you for everything forever. So don't think, oh my goodness, when is this going to be over? Oh my goodness, I can't do this. You're going to be overwhelmed. All those things are real, whether you have kids or not. You're going to be overwhelmed. Your time is going to be gone. You're not going to have time to comb your hair. As you can see, I ain't do nothing. It's going to be days where you're just not going to feel like you. But the main important thing is stay strong. Pray about it. Talk to someone. If you don't talk to someone, you become bitter and angry. And you become bitter and angry at the world. And that's not okay. I've been there. Just been nasty for no reason. A reason, but it ain't got nothing to do with the next person. So all I can tell you is stay strong. Look at the bigger picture of having your beautiful babies and keep them moving. That's it.
I feel that. So you hear that? Single mothers and fathers. Great advice. I'm gonna use that for when I, God willingly, I'm able to bring life into this earth. And then,
just be smart. Have all your ducks in a row, and you're not gonna have everything perfect and organized. That never happens. Just make sure you ahead of the game and you well prepared a little bit. You never be too prepared for a kid or the person you having a kid with, but just be 10 steps ahead. That's it.
That's cool. So this kind of touch back on like what I kind of previously asked you, but not so much involving like having children. It's just like in general. I ain't gonna like display your age, but she does have a birthday coming up. So like,
man, I'll be 33. I don't care. March 31st, Aries. Boop. Now what?
Oh yeah, you heard it.
Yes,
yeah,
I will be 33.
Yeah, so the reason why I even said that is because what like, so I already asked you for like what advice you would give to like any single parents out there, man or woman, but as far as like any lessons learned or any advice just in general that you would give to somebody of like my age or younger, like in life in general.
Prepared, you talking about lessons learned as far as period
in your 20s.
I would say live your life. Don't commit to something that ain't committed to you. Pretty much, that's it. Travel the world. Do things that you always wanted to do, but you scared to do. Whether it's because of money, whether it's because, if I take off, I'm going to get fired. Oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. Go get it. Go do it. Because me, working at a salon I was at, taking off was like hell. So it was a lot of events I missed. It was a lot of birthday dinners I wanted to go to, but it was either you work here, come to work, or if you go, you fired. It was one of those situations. And, I chose my job because, again, I'm a single mother, so I can't afford to miss $1. I can't afford to, what am I do now? And at the time, my job was making hella money. I made more than people's parents. So therefore, I was not about to risk getting fired. But then I sat back and thought, my daughter's getting old, and what can I say we did with life? Mommy was at work all the time. That's all she could say. And I was like, nah, hell. So I just started living and saying, F this, I'm going to do this. I don't care. I don't care what nobody think. That's how I go. I don't care what people think. Your opinion may matter if I ask you. But now I just do what I want to do. So my advice would be to do what you want to do. Don't limit nothing. Your life can be gone in that very second. So therefore, do what you want to do. That's it.
Is there anything like besides the family like gatherings or anything like that you wanted to do in your 20s that you're still fairly young, so it's not like you can't do it. So it's like, is there anything that you like you wanted to do that you didn't get a chance to do, or that you wanted to do real bad in your 20s but you kind of like responsibilities took over?
I have it now. I wanted my place.
Okay.
I wanted my car. It's not that I couldn't get these things either. Let's be clear. I BS'd. I bullshitted. I could have had a car. I could have had this. I could have had that. But I got so comfortable living home because I was comfortable living home. I don't ever want to live alone. I love being around my brothers, my mom. I like coming home and having somebody there just because that's just me. So now that I got my own car and my own place, like that's what I really wanted, because everything else I got to do. I got to travel. I got to go out of town. So
like I said, when I start doing this, I hope it picked up when I like all the stuff that happened previously. We're gonna see. But when I start rubbing the hands, you've seen the episodes, y'all have seen the episodes. Y'all know what happens when I start. Yeah. Also, I actually forgot to tell you to like take the shot when we start the show, but it's all good. You don't gotta worry about that. Whatever. But
I'm old now. Certain things hit me different than they hit you.
But nah. So check this out. So you already know what this means, Keona. Welcome to the hot seat. So everybody makes that face every time. Like they make that face every time I say that. Like I be like, welcome to the hot seat. They be like, oh shit. Alright, so check this out. You already know how I go, but I'm gonna still explain it for the new viewers. Anybody who's this the first video you ever seen, I'm gonna still explain it. It's going to be a series of 3 questions. They're gonna get layered. They're gonna be a little bit more. They're gonna be harder to answer. I'm just gonna say that. I ain't gonna say spicy. I'm gonna they're gonna be harder to answer.
Ain't never too hard.
And basically, the first question you can answer it, or you can plead the 5th. If you plead the 5th, I got some water down here for you. If
right.
Y'all know what that water is.
Okay.
It's gonna be worth one shot. You feel me? If you don't want to answer it. Second question. If you plead the 5th on the second question, it's gonna be worth 2 shots. I could just pour you a full 2, or you could take 2 back to back. The third questions were 3 shots. So yeah. That's gonna probably be the toughest question.
Guess I'm gonna be one sober little girl here.
We gonna see. So like I said, I answered it truthfully, and you already know. So the first question. Let's start. The first question. Have you ever lied about your whereabouts to someone you were involved with? So let me elaborate. Basically, you was dealing with somebody or in a relationship with somebody, doesn't matter, and you lied to them about where you were supposed to be. You might have told them, oh, like anything. That you told them, oh, I wasn't going, like, I was here when you really wasn't, or anything like that.
I'm gonna say yes, I have. I have definitely lied, but that person has lied to me numerous times because I don't be lying about where I'm at because you can just pull up where I'm at. I'm not far. I'm only in like 3 locations for real. So therefore, I have lied. Who hasn't? You lie to me, I'm gonna lie to you back. And then after a while, I'm just not gonna talk to you. Yeah.
All right. That's a pass.
Have you?
Why do y'all do this? Why do y'all ask me questions when it's the hot seat for y'all?
Because you said I could ask you stuff, so.
Why you wait to the hot seat to ask me questions?
Because.
You said, what have I ever lied?
Have you lied to
What,
somebody
like
you
about where
was
I was?
involved with about your whereabouts?
I haven't been involved with anybody in a long time. Bro.
Not necessarily a girlfriend, like a significant, like a friend, not significant other, like somebody you was like not serious, but like yeah, about to where if she lied to you, your feelings hurt. You lie to her, she mad. It don't necessarily even gotta be girlfriend and all that.
See, last time I was in, I don't think I've lied about where I was at. Nah, I think I have. I involved with, so it don't got. It could be like just a like it could be like a random girl. Like I just
that's involved.
I ain't take serious, but
that's being serious. Involved with her. At some point, you intertwined with this girl, not even sexually, just period. To the point where you felt like you had to lie to her. She meant a little more than what.
Oh nah. I mean, I'm the type of person like I'm not like a liar or nothing, but like if I feel like you don't need to know, I'll just be like, yeah, like I just be like, yeah,
like I don't be lying either, but I have. If I know you've lied to me numerous times, why not?
You know some people how they be like, if you lie to somebody, then you scared of them. You know how people be saying that.
I don't know why, because I ain't scared of
I might
nothing.
say so like
I don't lie. I don't be lying now.
Yeah, I might say I don't, but it's like if I probably be like it'd be like one of those petty lies where it's like it don't really matter whether you know the truth.
Yeah, that's
it's
me.
One of those,
and I said
really
I don't be
care.
lying now like I used to lie.
Yeah.
No, see, I'm not a liar. The thing is, if I ask you where you at and I already know the answer, I did my homework and everything, and you lie. So when you ask me, I say, all right, bet. I'm just curve too. I'm gonna curve my story too. That's me.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, I mean,
I play your game better than you.
I guess I could say I have. But back to the question 2, bro, because how this gets flipped on me. All right, anyway. Okay. Question number 2. So that's a pass, y'all. Question number 2. You ever cheated?
No.
Oh, shit.
Never.
I don't know why I thought I was about to get it.
Hell no.
I was being nosy.
I don't got that type of time to be
nosy,
trying
bro.
to.
I mean, you was young once. Everybody make mistakes.
And my mind was so adult, so mature, so I wouldn't want this to happen to me, so I didn't do it.
Okay.
Hell no. No.
Shit. Okay.
Shit.
Damn, that should have been the first question. I gotta get better with these questions. All right. Question 3. This is a pretty interesting question because I ain't never like even this didn't cross my mind till I was over your house and we were just having a discussion on like topics I could say for people, but it's crossed my mind. I feel like it's a good question because this never even crossed my mind to even ask you. Question number 3. Who's your favorite sibling?
Who is my favorite sibling? Do I have to say favorite?
Yes.
What? Favorite. I'm gonna say Keith was always different. Keith was always outside. Keith was always with the boys. Keith didn't sit and watch movies with me for real and all this stuff. You was like glued at the hip. So I'm gonna say, I don't like saying favorite, but I'm gonna say you. Me and Keith had, of course, we was close, lived together. We did like birthday parties and stuff together, but like actually sit and like talk and have, because we didn't do that. He was outside. I was in the house with my mama. So when Cameron came along, it just was like me, my mama, and Cameron. Keith still was off doing his thing. So I'm gonna say, of course, baby brother. But Keith, I love you though.
I'm gonna say he definitely gonna watch this.
Don't think
He definitely gonna watch
Don't
it.
think, because he might say you his favorite because y'all can relate on more things. So hey.
No, I plan on. I ain't gonna say nothing because I'm gonna spoil one of the questions. But for him, but nah, I was just curious. Like I was just like, this will be a. I'm trying to
say who your favorite? You the baby. You got 2 older siblings.
Why you keep flipping the question on me?
You said I could ask. So yeah.
I'll probably say.
Yeah, I relate on more stuff. So it wouldn't be.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say it like this. So, like you said, Keith was like kind of like out. He was like kind of out the way for the most part. Like he would be like moving in and out of the house, like kind of doing different stuff. So like I'm the baby, and you're like the second mom or whatever. You're the middle sibling. So I was always, like you said, we was like glue. So we've been close since I was like younger. I'm gonna be honest. Me and Keith probably didn't start getting close until I reached like, I'm gonna say probably close to like my junior or senior year in high school.
Oh, okay.
Probably a little bit after that. But basically when I started growing up, like when I started to get, a little bit of hair on my face, like when I started growing up. But I mean, we was cool too. We was close too, like growing up, because we used to play football in the parking lot, and he put me on to like Madden, video games and stuff like that. And I know you put me on to the music aspect of growing up. So it's like he was more so like sports. Like we bonded over sports and wrestling and stuff like that. I mean, you watch wrestling too.
I definitely watch wrestling.
You watch wrestling too, but like since I guess being like a boy, but like growing up, I say me and you was closer, and then as I got a little bit older, me and Keith started to get a little bit closer or whatever. But yeah, if I had to answer, I'd probably say you, because we grew up closer. But again,
duh, guys, we knew that.
We definitely got love for you, big bro, because I know you're gonna watch this.
Yeah,
and I might ask you the same question. So like,
and he might shock you and be like, "You my favorite," not Keona. I'll be like, oh, "Okay,
yeah,
bet."
Because it's 3 of us, so it's like it's odd number, so it's gonna be like yeah. But yeah, that was just I thought it was gonna be a hard question. Damn.
No,
so yeah,
I liked how you answered it, because you ain't. I mean, you said me, but you gave reasons for both to make it seem like it was both. So
yeah, I feel like, because it depends. I feel like we all grew up like, because first off, it's a big age gap, right? It's a big age gap. So it's like I'm a Gen Z baby. They're millennials. So it's like it's a different, like the generation is different. Like I grew up doing like the social media era. They grew up with CDs and shit. So like
okay. They still make CDs. What are you saying?
Nah, like they grew up like MySpace and shit, and like Black Planet. Like it's like Instagram and Twitter now. Like you feel me? So it's like it's a different. So it's like it's yeah, bro. But that's why. But like I feel like we all was around the same age, then it'll probably be different. But I don't know. But yeah. So
we was all on the same age. It'd probably be. I don't know how that would be.
Like if I was in my 30s,
we would get on each other's nerves.
Or if y'all was in y'all 20s, either or.
I don't know. And then now the way things happen these past couple of months, we've definitely gotten closer, because this is the most me and Keith have hung out. This is the most I've seen him. I always see you. Me and Keith, this is the most, like, since mom.
Yeah, like I said, like
this is the closest. I mean, we've always been close. We always lived together, but he was always different. I was into mom and with mom all the time. He was into mom too, but then he was more so, I'm about to go outside and dig this hole in the ground. I'm about to go outside and throw dirt at the kids. That's what Keith used to do.
Yeah, like he was like out the way. So it's like while he was out the way, it's kind of like, the middle. And people say like the middle child and the baby, they kind of more so like kind of like build like a little bit closer bond than the older one. Yeah. Like, yeah, that's kind of had no choice. That's kind of how it go.
Mom be like, Keona, I'm about to run to the store, camera downstairs, blah, 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 and be gone all day. So I kind of had no choice but to take you in as if you were mine. Even to this day, I still treat you like you my oldest son. That's just how I do. That's just, mom was like this, so that's my nature too. So, but we all had a pretty good childhood, so.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like people out there with siblings, y'all can relate. Y'all know exactly what we just talked about just now. So yeah. But yeah, so that's gonna wrap up. She passed, so she passed. She passed.
Too old for shots.
She probably like the first person. Nah, actually no, you're the second person to probably pass. I need to come harder. But anyway, yeah, that's gonna conclude this episode.
You, anything is open book. You want to know anything? Ask it. Keona doesn't hide anything. I don't care what people think. When you meet a person or be around a person who don't care what people think, they'll tell you anything. I don't care.
There's some stuff I know I could have asked, but I don't want to know. So that's the only reason why.
Ew, we would never talk about.
That's what I was saying. I probably ask somebody who I don't know, because you're a cinnamon. So it's like, I pretty much know you, bro. Well, I don't know like your personal life, but I pretty much know you for real. So it's like
a lot of people didn't think I was dating, and then boom.
Yeah.
Kai's here. Like, it's a lot of things people didn't know about me because I don't put my stuff up on a billboard. That don't mean it ain't happening. I just don't be like, hey, world. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. I'm
pretty sure you'll be back on here for another episode. So I'll have some more questions and stuff like that, and for the future episodes for right now. But for right now, she passed all 3. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, congrats, whatever. But yeah. So that's gonna conclude this episode of PNC Podcast. Once again, I'm your host Cam.
I am Keona.
And tune in for episode, was it like 6, I believe, next. Peace.
Could only dream about $1 million, I ain't get it yet. Niggas cat, we be spending like a ceiling fan. On the block, get your mans, nigga had it. Toolie with me, I ain't lacking, and it's been no jack. Holding 30 in the clip, bitch, we in it. My little brother got a 50, try get big.